Greetings, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming by. Jaguar writes Shock and Divorce, Sabotage, Queen Tulsa's exclusive, the Untold story. In this compelling video, we delve into the intricate relationship between Jaguar Wright and her current boyfriend, Odell, as they reach out to the esteemed reporter Queen Tulsa. The narrative unfolds amidst a tumultuous divorce marked by allegations of sabotage initiated through a revealing email. This email exposes shocking details of unsavory actions that have come to light. Will Queen Tulsa rise to the occasion and fulfill her journalistic duty, or will she illuminate the pitfalls of interviewing in a partner's divorce? Join us as we explore the complexities of love, loyalty, and the consequences of meddling. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to discuss Jaguar Wright. She's very hot in the streets. And first and foremost, this will not be a bashing situation. This is going to be a more of an informative. And yes, I have. I have been definitely out here doing my journalistic work. I have become, um, I guess, oh, um, I was introduced to Jaguar Wright from OKP, Official Kingpin. I'm pretty sure you've all seen him around the streets. It was Sean Davy Way, and this was around the time she was with her husband Goomba. If y'all don't know who Goomba is his name is Gerald, and I'm not doxing because his name is out there. But um So Goomba and Jag, they were together. They were on this road trip. It seemed like they were always on a road trip, is when I met them. They were always on the road. And then Legina, I don't know if you all know Legina. Legina Gold is this African woman that Jaguar Wright decided to say that she was Aaliyah, the late Aaliyah's daughter, her and R. Kelly's daughter. After that, I know that Jaguar Wright she was attached to ex cult members of the Carbonation. If you all do not know, Nature Boy has a cult. He still has wives, he still has like a base out here. They're all over social media. And so Jaguar Wright she was aiming to be the next, I guess, nature girl. So she was just trying to recruit his past members. Some of them did come around. You will see in a viral clip where she's putting on her ashes and she's saying solar, solar. Well, that's one of the members of the Carbonation cult organization. Um, we're going to zoom up. Jaguar Wright is not with her husband. She's been in the mental institution. She's been locked up. This particular time she got locked up, it was a subscriber that had gotten her out of jail. And it was just supposed to have been a simple, okay, let's get her out of jail. But then it turned into, feelings. And what we didn't know was Jaguar Wright had been speaking to TJ on the phone. And this is all while she's married, still married, on the phone, having late night conversations. I mean, really establishing a relationship. Now, mind you, the person that got her out was in a full blown relationship. You all, please get on over and shop, get your merchandise. Queen City 2025. Mhm. Oh, yes. So she's dating, well, I don't know, I don't even know what to call it. So you have Jaguar Wright. She identifies as heterosexual, bisexual, gay, lesbian, you name it, you know. Let's get into this. So she's with this woman, and they're staying like from pillar to post. They were staying at a family member's house. They were staying in hotels. But see, the thing is, everything is content with Jaguar Wright. And I pretty much learned that when she had gotten into that relationship with TJ. With TJ, I got a little bit more insight rather than Jaguar Wright with her husband, because there was only that so much contact that we had with her when she was with him. But when she had gotten with TJ, I got to do a deep dive and explore really how, she was. And this woman was manic most of the time. When she would wake up, she would have to get on live. Um, she would have to get that cash app going. I mean, there were several times where I helped out, me and the Royals helped out and raised, money, go hit her cash app. And that was because this sister was saying that somebody was after her, somebody was chasing her, and somebody um was really on her tail. And she would always have to move. So yeah, somebody was on her tail. And it's because she leaked her address. It's because she leaked her locations and used fan funding to her benefit. Whatever narrative that fits at the moment, if it's in her favor, that's where she's going with it. That's where she's going with it. Let's go here. Let's go to the fact of you are staying at your family's residence. She went to go stay with family members. And we all know when we go and stay with somebody, there's just common courtesy, that A, you pay where you lay. B, you clean up after yourself. C, don't be changing the vibe, don't be too loud, and don't be bringing unnecessary attention to my residence. All that went out the window. From relationship fights to involving TJ's significant other and then the kids. So this woman that bailed Jaguar Wright out of jail was a subscriber from here, YouTube. She gets with Jaguar Wright. This woman leaves her whole family. This woman leaves her whole family, just ditches them. She takes the money, the credit cards, even the vehicle. But you never win when you play dirty. I believe the vehicle ended up getting towed. Mhm. The vehicle was the person that had come from YouTube and said, "Hey, I'll sign the bond, I'll put my name down, I'm going to be here." But listen, was she a handler or did she have an ulterior motive? Come to find out, this woman was a longtime fan. Come to find out, everything was all sweet until the lady decided that she was going to use Gorilla Glue to put her dentures in. And Jaguar Wright made a big old, she brought it to the internet. She made fun of the woman. The woman was, I don't know how up to par the woman was like with medical and keeping up with herself, but I know that when she got with Jaguar, the woman became very ill. She had become very, very, very ill. Um, she wasn't getting sleep. The woman was like in and out the door. So when we talk about adult hors d'oeuvres, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was being passed around. But the only thing I know is sometimes you would hear that noise. And Jag would be like, you go ahead, you hold down alive. You hold down alive. And it seemed like I don't know what it was in my mind. She was getting high. In my mind. I the reason why I say in my mind is because I'm a recovering addict. And I know how sometimes, you know, in the past, I mean, I didn't do it, but it was people around me that would get high another way. And so in my mind, I do feel like um she was she was getting high. As a recovering addict, she was getting high. In my mind, why would I not think that she was getting high when she would stage a situation like she had TJ lock her out on the balcony and she had her phone, she had the record, and TJ's just walking around the house. This was an Airbnb. Now they went from apartments to Airbnb to hotels. Can we speak about the hotels? So let's just say this. So TJ is finally out of the picture. So TJ's out of the picture as a recovering. I used to walk the block to make my money. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And some of you all that know my journey, Jaguar Wright had to do what she had to do. She had to use what she had to get what she wanted. If that was a hot meal, a bed, John, she wouldn't call them a John. She would call them Johnny Popcorn. I'm not going to go into detail, but I did meet some of her friends. They were very nice. They were having a great time. But I want to talk about how desperate Jaguar Wright had gotten. She met a off of YouTube, and he has some shortcomings. And this woman went up there, stayed, visited around Chicago, and tried to take herself out. I don't try to take what she said and make it my own. She was her own independent person, and I just met her where she was. I didn't look at her as, oh my God, she's got a disability. I looked at her as a sister that was lost and that just needed somebody to just love on her and pray for her, to be honest. When you talk about a woman that was in the industry and God knows what happened. And we've heard several stories of people, you know, didn't they say Martin was losing his mind out there and walking up and down the street, allegedly? So we don't know everything, but I do feel like there is an issue when you say one thing and then now that the heat is on, because Jaguar Wright has been asking people to cut the stove on. Cut the stove on. If I'm lying, cut the stove on. The stove is on. The way that you engage now, Jaguar, I'm concerned. I'm concerned because an exclusive source told me that there were somebody was laying hands on you, sister, and I'm concerned. And if that is going on, I need you to reach out and get some help. 988 or 911. The rhetoric, you're doing such a disservice to the Black Panthers and what they stood for. The Sean Atwood guy, I guess because this fits your narrative, that you're just going to go right on ahead with it. All money isn't good money. I was offered a little over $1,000 in different offers to stop supporting her. I'm like, this is a sister. I don't know how to do that. I felt like she was just going through a lot, and I was just like, you know what? If I could just pray with her, at least I've done that. My goal was never to try to control her. I was her pro bono manager. When we had our mod squad and things, she was doing good. We were about to get her back in motion. But it just seems like when something great is about to happen, there's this force that just whooshes her away. There's just this force. And if you've been watching for her for a long time, just think about the opportunities that she's had. Instead of talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce and those guys, we wanted you to put it in your music. Put it in your music. One thing that we cannot take away from her is her talent. Very talented woman, very gifted woman. We just want you to utilize those talents in the right way, and without harming people with lies. Because the reason why I call something a lie is when you want to retract something, but you stood 10 toes down on it at one point in time. Why all of a sudden now do we get amnesia? I'm all about accountability. And just because I hold you accountable does not mean that I don't like you. I want you to be better for you. Mental health is real, and we have to address our mental health. If we're on a regimen, we don't get the right to be on the regimen and then eventually get up off the regimen. No, we need to stay on the regimen. That's how you get the imbalances going on. And you, if you're a royal member, I did put the receipts on the community tab on both channels. We did release the emails, so I'll give you all a second just to go ahead, look at the community tab, and that's what we'll be going over tonight. Just to let you all know. And while we do that, we do have merch. So you all make sure you get on over and get your merch. Get your merch today. We do have merch. Get yours today. This is actually the hoodie. As you can see, the hood is right here. This is our hoodie. It's got our face on the front. It's got Queen City 2025. And then we also have a message on the back. It says, I trust in divine timing. The universe has my back. Make sure you get your hoodies today. And also, if you want, we do have a mug for you. So whenever we have hot topics, you can definitely have a sip. For New Year's, this would be a great gift that you can order before New Year's because we can sip out of our mug for the 2025, January 1st, 2025, New Year's Day. Mhm. All right. All right, let's go ahead and acknowledge everyone in here before I go ahead and pull up these receipts. All right. Hello, CJ the cat. How are you? We have Norris Tony in the building. Hey, Norris Tony. How are you, hon? Hey, Tulsa. You look great. Photo shoot pictures. Yes. Thank you. Uh, she needs to go to jail. Hey, boo. Yes. Hey, Couture Bank. Good to see you. Yes, she does. Cheryl's World is actually on that. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Yes, Cheryl's World, she's actually working on that. She says she's called the cops and she's waiting for the cops to pick her up. Mhm. Absolutely. Yes. All right. So we have Rita Robinson. Hello, Queen. Insane. Hello from Champaign, Illinois, by the way, of Phoenix, Arizona. All right. Look at that. Around the way. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Yes. And listen here, before we get into these receipts, let me go ahead and thank you all for tuning in. Give me 1 second. Let me thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? That was the wrong one. This is a thank you. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. And that is so true. Thank you so much. Without you, who would be watching? All right, we got our faves in the building. All of our faves, our favorite royals are in the building. who just rolled in. We have Miss Ariel Summers says hi. Hi, Tulsa. I'm here. All right, she's here. All right, we got Hustle in the building. Hey, beautiful. I'm late, but I'm here. All right, you are late, but you're here. You, your glow up will continue in 2025. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all so much. All the beautiful comments. Yes. All right, so now it's time to get into what you all been waiting for. Let's go ahead and get into these receipts. All right, so this first receipt right here is actually going to be this one right here. So Jaguar Wright and her new boyfriend, Odell. Yes. Hello, Elizabeth Alba. Like this video. Yes, we appreciate you. All right. So it says, greetings. Let's start by saying that blank, and this is his, I marked it out because I didn't want to dox his wife. I'm a wife, I'm a wife, for heaven's sakes, you know. So I blocked her name out. All right, mwah, back at you. All right, so it says, let's start by saying that blank is not what she appears to be. Blank is not what she appears to be. And I want you all, as we go through this, please take into consideration this man is still married to this woman, right? And he has a girlfriend by the name of Jaguar Wright. Okay. So, married man saying this about his wife. And I'm going to give you some backstory. So, I got the email. However, all the details, Jaguar Wright does not know his wife, the ins, the outs, who she was allegedly with, who she was not allegedly with. You hear me? Let's get into it. She's been in the entertainment industry since maybe 1999 when she moved out to LA from Detroit. Look her up under her previous married name, blank. So, right here, now this is a fella, guys. I want you all to pay attention. This is a guy giving the rundown on a woman that A, he married, B, he has children with, and C, that he is about to divorce and has a girlfriend by the name of Jaguar Wright. All right, so it says she has a few criminal cases that were thrown out. So let's get into this. So she has a few cases, she has a few criminal cases that were thrown out. Now, I want you all to listen to this. This is a man that is currently in court in a divorce with his wife. However, earlier this year, you know, our investigative team, is always, on call. We got a phone call from a disgruntled, celebrity, you know. And so we decided that, okay, we'll take the story. And I said, well, go ahead. There was a conversation, Jaguar Wright and her producer, boyfriend, an alleged abuser, allegedly, from an inside source. They reached out to the Queen Tulsa investigative team, the Queen Tabloids Queen at gmail.com, if you ever want to send a piece of information in. So they reached out to us and they said, hey, there's something going on. We need you to cover the story. I said, what is it? Oh, well, it's my ex. Well, we're separated. And, this, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, Jag, how do you feel about this? As a woman, how do you feel about this? I mean, she's done all this, because I have to play good cop, bad cop, One of the tricks. Thank me later. So when you're gathering a story, feel about this. Oh, she's this, she's that. But this is what I want to get to you all on this day is that Jaguar Wright is the same woman that was dealing with the same thing. I want to say what last year with her man, her husband, because she was his wife. She was, she was in a moment. She was heartbroken. She felt betrayed. She felt like he was working with Jay-Z and Rock Nation, allegedly. But then for her to turn around, get with a guy that's been in the industry, catch that works in the industry. He was just at Essence. Oh, excuse me. He was just in Essence Festival. What? Just in July. hmm So you have a guy that's in the industry that allegedly, from a close source, said that he is, oh my goodness, when he gets upset, short tempered. And I had to experience that. And a woman that's been through DV, it was very traumatizing. And I had only spoke to this man over the phone. I could only imagine how he is in person from my experience. I'm afraid for her. Jaguar Wright, I'm afraid for you. I know you're watching this live broadcast. If anyone knows her, please get this live broadcast out to her. Call me. My number's still the same. 405-437-4865. Call me. If these accusations are not true, I need you to call into the show so I'll be at peace. Because I know your behavior and the actions that went down with you and TJ when you were out on bond. So I want to say this. We're going to bring up our next exhibit B. All right, hold on. We're going to wait a minute. We have comments. Let's go ahead and get into these. All right, you said child. Jaguar been through a lot. She has. She's been through a lot. And I feel like if she would seriously get the help that she deserves, she would be great. But first you gotta get the help that you deserve. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live a life of like no, like you don't have to deal with not serving yourself. And I feel like it's a disservice right now. You're not only letting yourself down, you letting your son down. Your mom has went to glory. Rest her soul. It's a lot. A lot of people don't take into consideration that she lost her mom. She didn't get to see her mom. Did she have time to grieve? No. A lot of people might say, well, why did you stick around? Because God put it on my heart. God put it on my heart. And I want the best for her. I want the best for her. I don't care who it's with, as long as it's the best and, she's not going through these allegedly traumatic events. She spoke very highly of me. She told me that she was going to get me on Wendy Williams or with her producers and get me my own show. Lights, camera, action. And I believed in her. I didn't care about, what she could do for me or who she knew. No, I just wanted to be there and support you. I didn't want anything from it. People went up against me, said I was crazy and stupid. But I guess not many people get to experience, you know, losing everything. She lost everything in her U-Haul. When you lose everything, it hits different. You know, you lose everything and then you build yourself back up. Baby, that's a big accomplishment. If you lost everything and you built yourself back up, you may have had to start off in an apartment with an air mattress, and that was it, and your phone for entertainment. But eventually, you started getting this, you started getting that, we all got to start somewhere. Nobody's better than nobody. Instead of us trying to pile on to people, let's try to figure out what's going on. How can we serve them? Speaking of serving, let me serve you guys content. All right, here we go. What alleged abuse? Okay, so this guy named Kai, which was a part of the Mod Squad, he said that he did her eye like that. That's what he said. Allegedly, I don't know, but it was different. Even with her husband, I've never seen her eye blacked. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Okay, we have hustle. Wait, are you talking about who I think you're talking about? Yes. Hey, 111, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, trigger warning. Yes. Right. Uh-huh. All right. They kept her from her mama. They kept her from her mom. And I mean, even the funeral, it was a lot. So you got to think about this. Like she has a lot going on. She lost her mom. She's battling with her family. She's battling with the world. She's battling with this, battling with that. Somebody needs to love on that lady and let her know that it's okay. I don't know if many people could survive maybe going through those trials and tribulations that she's been through. But what I'm seeing is she needs to get the help that she deserves. So she's not spiraling out. A Jack has put people through a lot. Yes, through a lot. Through a lot. Yes, she has. She has. And good people too. Um, Sean Davy Way and King Payne and who else? Kimmy. Um, um, a host of other people. All right, let's get into the second document. All right, so the second document is going to be so we got our greetings and they kind of laid out the format of how it's going to go. So it reads, she is known for filing lawsuits, and in the case above, she filed a harassment suit against her former roommate. Now, who we're talking about? We're talking about Odell's soon to be ex wife. This is coming from them. The roommate had to have blank put in jail for a day or so before this harassment case. The case was dismissed due to lack of evidence. Just like her case, she is run on her trying to run on her husband about stalking and harassment should be thrown out. Okay, so allegedly the wife was putting out stalking and harassment charges on the husband. Hey, if the woman feels like she's being stalked and she's feeling harassed, who am I to tell her, Miss Mrs. the Mrs. We'll call her the Mrs. Okay, because she is the wife. So the Mrs. If the Mrs. wanted to go and put out a stalking or harassment on your current partner or someone that you're dealing with or somebody that you're working with, and they don't understand the boundaries, A, I'm your wife. B, we have children. So you're just gonna let someone disrespect your children? Your children, the mother of your children? All right, so let's get into it. So she says, blank tried to have a civil harassment. Let's see. Oh, a civil harassment case put on Jaguar on July 10th of 2024. So July 10th of 2024 of this year, um, the Mrs. was wanting to put a case on Jaguar Wright, but it was immediately dismissed by the judge. Okay. She is trying to tie herself somehow to Jaguar because blank is desperate and does not have a career in Hollywood. So right here, he's pumping Jaguar right up or pumping it up to where it seems like this is coming from Jaguar instead of the disgruntled husband, right? That is adding this woman into his life. Like this is my thing. When you're married, if a man is married and he's going through a divorce or separation, I feel like you need to I don't know, there's just a code that you follow. And that's don't be intimate until the ink is dry. Okay? Because you don't know what's gonna go down. They could get up in that courtroom and they might have a change of heart. And then boom. Ariel Summer says, Wani, one, you're in the rose garden. Hustle says, they have all let Jaguar disrespect their own family, including but not limited to the children. And that's the thing. That is the thing. There's just, we can go back and forth, but I always say kids are off limits. I can say, oh, you're a bad parent, but as far as going down to the gutter, and just really getting dark with it, I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. Oh, thank you. Couture Base says, please send a donation to your favorite creator. Absolutely. Here, let me get my cash up here rolling. Okay. Yes. Actually, I'm going to take it off because I want to finish reading this. So, get into this. So she says, so he said, they say, Blank told the judge under oath that she has, oh, it says, so we're talking about Blank. So Blank is always going to be Mrs. So wherever you see the blue, that's where the Mrs. is being addressed. Okay. So Blank, the Mrs., told the judge under oath that she was not in contact with any YouTubers, bloggers, or gossip communists, which is not true. She perjured herself on the stand. So I want to know, Royals, how do y'all feel about this? This is what I was given. This is allegedly the Mrs. This is supposed to be her character, you know. And listen here, we're going to break this up into parts. We're going to break this up into parts. When I tell you things take a turn, listen here. I want you all to brace yourselves. Um, if someone can help me with Patreon, I would love to stream over there on Patreon. I would love to kind of, because what I'm going to show you, I would have to do like behind the paywall. We do have our link to our Patreon in the link in our description, so make sure you all check that out. Like I said, make sure you get your Royal merch. If you do want to support the channel via Cash App, it's going to be Sweet Spot, and it's going to be $ beautiful 070707. Okay, let's check the Cash App and see if we got any Cash Apps. Okay. Um, As of right now, we do not have any cash apps, but listen here, do not feel pressured to send a cash app. You simply just being here, watching, liking, subscribing, that really means a lot to me because you could really be somewhere else. And also, I want to take out this time before we conclude this broadcast because, like I said, we are going to do this in parts. This will be part one, but I want to take out time to say thank you so much for believing in me, Royals. I have been out and about in different sectors, giving commentary. And I have kind of been giving you guys kind of beef sector content. And you guys are like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Who is seven? What is beef? What is sector? And so I'll be giving you guys pure content on this channel, our main channel, the Queen Tulsa Show. And if we want to get down in the mud and sling and have some fun and really kind of let our hair down and just do the most, we'll do that on that channel. But here we will come with class, some demure. We're going to be mindful of you all that are not in that space and maybe not interested in that content or commentary. So your feedback is very much so appreciated. I will be coming live. If you guys hold me accountable, we do have goals set in the chat. Let's see if we met any of the goals. I want you all, if you can, to support the goals that we have. I'll do live after party, open panel. I guess you guys weren't feeling that. Y'all were like, hey, just give us the content. So let's get into the poll. Is Jaguar right? A, going to jail. B, isn't telling the truth. I meant to put isn't telling the whole truth. C, a disaster. D, needs help. So 29% says A, 19% says B, 10% says C, 43% outweigh needs help. All right, so this concludes our broadcast. I want to thank you all so much for coming out. I have to drop you off in Queen City. Until next time, so long. I am your host, Queen Tulsa, live in the field.